to go. I believe it is. I want to say that it is. But yeah, I'm going to go with yes, it is. So of course, I will start off with the good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Hope you are having an enjoyable day so far. If the day has already started for yourself, if not, and you happen to be early up this morning, thank you for choosing me to help start your morning, because I know morning is still it's a very tough time for me, to be honest. The fact that I can continue to function in a way that allows me to, let me see, I do that, where does that take me? No, so that's not what I want. Trying to get this down so that this is just something part of our morning routine, so that all I have to do is just continue to, just keep doing that. And then there we go. Okay. And we'll do that. And then, yeah. But yeah, as I was saying, this, mornings are super tough. Mornings aren't always easy. So if you're one of those very fortunate souls that is definitely able to, get up and function right in the morning, I mean, we're pretty close to starting closer to 6. I believe we started at 6:01. Which I think is amazing, TBH. That's just me. Starting at 6:01 when the stream is supposed to be going live at 6 o'clock. I feel like, there's got to be some leeway, some room to be like, oh, okay. Oh, already starting off, Quentin. You are the best, Quentin. Thank you so much for liking the stream. Hope you're having a good morning, afternoon, evening, where you are in the world. Hope you're doing well this morning. I'm just starting off fairly easily with our morning announcements as we're starting to awaken, get accustomed to the day. But yeah, so Justin, it's not exactly like an update. So I know last Friday. So if you know how we do these streams and how we do everything, on Fridays we do chip carving, and we did do chip carving on Friday, but I was a little bit confused. Because basically Facebook did release kind of like their equivalent to just chatting, which they call or not even just hanging out, it's just hanging out. But apparently that feature is only for partners at the moment, which we are not on Facebook. We are just a part of the Level Up program, which is very comparable, or which is, exactly comparable to Twitch's a Twitch affiliate, except there's no stipulations of exclusivity and everything, which is surprisingly, I got a lot of questions about that on Friday on the Twitch side. A lot of people, so very nicely, very kind, because we discovered that Twitch has a crafters and makers section, which is very geared towards what we do with chip carving. And they were all wondering like, oh, when are you going to hit affiliate? Well, why you're not there yet, how close are you? And I let everyone know like I actually backed out of the affiliate program because I didn't want to be tied to a platform, especially this early in my streaming career. Is one of those things where it's like you chase the dream, you chase the the notoriety of it, the brand specialty of it, and then when you really stop and think about it, it's like maybe I don't want to do that like right this second. It was a kind of a hasty decision. And of course some of them didn't really understand, but they were like, hey, you do you, live your best life. And they actually stayed around. It was kind of a bummer for me because while I feel like I could have still streamed it to Facebook, I really want to make sure that I am that we have like some sort of section dedicated to that. In that hanging out is supposed to be Facebook's version of for your art streams, for anything that's not gaming. So I at the moment I'm not saying that it'll never happen on Facebook, but I'm like at the moment until they roll out the hanging out section to level up creators, the chip carving streams will, I guess, just stay on Twitch and YouTube for the time being. So if you were excited for that to show up on Facebook, I'm sorry I got the information confused. They don't really put that out. They just say, hey, we released this, and then in the thin fine print, that's when they have the, oh, we're releasing it to partners first, and then everyone else gets it later on. But that's besides that. Today, we are actually going to be doing something very exciting, especially with Destiny, being that, we love Crucible. Crucible is definitely something that, really speaks to us with Destiny, even though it's been a while since we like actually paid attention to it. But we are on a mission to change that because earlier this year I discovered a kind of like a piece of like software called Athena-Scope. And what Athena-Scope is it is an AI that basically takes your gameplay. So it's like you stream gameplay to Athena-Scope, and intuitively it compiles your best like clips and your kills and your eliminations. It compiles all that, and it does like different clips, different highlights for you automatically. So the great thing about that is that if you are trying to do like you want to do highlights on your YouTube channel, but you're finding that you don't have enough time to do that, Athena-Scope definitely does that. At the time when we found the Athena-Scope, it only supported just a little bit of titles, Apex Legends, and I believe it was like Call of Duty. It was very, very limited. Recently, I looked back and remembered Athena-Scope, and I remembered, as a part of their Discord channel, I was like, oh, they were thinking about expanding it to different, other different games. Destiny 2 is one of those games now, so which is like very, very like, oh my gosh, thank you, because that was one of those things that I really wanted to build my channel off of, build my Instagram off of, is just clips. And if you know anything about content creation and anything about compiling clips, that is the most difficult thing to do, especially on PlayStation. Like when I had a PlayStation 4, I would have to plug in, and it was like I had like an external drive, and then I had like a switcher, like a USB switcher between the PlayStation and my computer. I'd had to save the video onto the external drive and then switch it so that the clip would have to go onto my computer. And then I have to edit it with music and everything, and then I have to export it to Google Drive in order to move it to my phone, to upload it to Instagram. It was a mess. So what I'm really hoping, and this will be really nice, because even as it's now, like right now, the feed is being the stream feed is being what's that? Is being streamed to Athenascope's like software, whatever, or their hub. So once we really get into the Crucible, they'll be able to, create some compilations, create some highlights, and then from there I can just automatically download it. And thanks to Facebook, owning Instagram and having like all this and that and everything, I'll be able to upload those clips directly to Instagram that way. So it's going to be really nice. So this is more of like a, just as it says, cookies and crucibles, we're going to be having fun and everything, but this is like a really, it's like a test stream. In order to see, okay, what kind of clips Athenascope is really building with, Destiny 2 gameplay and everything. And then us being able to share that, we'll be able to get back into, kind of like that uploading habit and not having to worry about editing not only clips, but with music, because Athenascope actually has music. Or they actually embed music into their clips as well. I believe you could toggle it on and off, or I think it's just like with their showcase, when they do like their showcase highlights. But in any case, the fact that we now potentially, again, this is like the first time we're testing this, the fact that we potentially have a service that gets the clips for you, and I don't have to rely on chat. I don't have to rely on myself. I don't have to have all these massive different amounts of, darn, software and everything, to be able to just do it, through Athenascope. Hopefully, if everything works out, if the clips that they retrieve are amazing, that's going to be super fun. So that's what we're doing today mainly. So it will be, mostly Crucible. Hopefully, there will be, really good moments and everything. And hopefully I can hopefully find a really good loadout that I would love to use. But we'll see. So let's go ahead, get on over to Destiny. We're loading up in there right now. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh, that's also what I need to get my vitamins. So of course we dropped in, we actually dropped in our KDA. I'm actually pretty sad. I feel like we can raise it up, but so that's actually like a side mission for us today as well, raising up our overall KDA. Although I may focus on a different Crucible stream. What? I may focus on a different Crucible stack with our emblem. Yeah, no, 60. We've already have another 1260 somewhere. I do not. I thought I did. I do not. But this is not 60, so we'll delete that. I know some people are probably looking at that like, that intellect roll was great, but the overall stats was like 53. Like, yeah, one stat was good, but everything was kind of just like, All right, so okay, so we have hand cannon. I need actually pull up item manager. I'm just gonna grab bounties. I know you can grab bounties from the app. It's not the same. It's not the same. Like, I get it, some people like doing that. Like, okay, I don't want to have to quickly rush to the tower to, get bounties. And if that's you and you find that works out for you, that's great. Perfect. Live your best life. It just has that, it's hard to explain, but it's like a rite of passage that's not, what is the word for that, where it's like a rite of passage, but it's something that you continue, it's a ritual. That is the exact word that I was looking for. It's a ritual. And it's the ritual of, you boot up the game immediately. What do? You go to the tower to pick up all the bounties for the activities you're doing for the day. It just feels nice. And to now have a way to disrupt that ritual and just stay in orbit and collect bounties, it just doesn't feel right to me. To me, it just doesn't feel right. So what I say to that is, if it doesn't feel right, don't do it. And I say, all right, well, I'm gonna do it then. And that is why we continue to go to the tower when we collect our bounties, so that we continue on with that ritual. Now here is the thing that we're gonna start off with the clash match. I feel like down the line I may just stick with solo comp. I haven't 100% decided. I've not 100% decided, but I'm feeling like solo comp would be the best way. Starting with the clash match to get the blood pumping, get everything moving. Oh, how exactly 99 out of one defeated. Interesting. We are also, fun fact, we are also one power weapon away from being a 1260 base power on our warlock. I believe it was also last season, not last season, last stream, that we just kept getting boots. Yeah, we just kept getting boots as our pinnacle reward. We got like 3 or 4 boots, but also it was actually really nice because we got everything else except for the power weapon. So like of those like 2 or 3 extra boosts that we got, if we would have just gotten a power weapon, we could have been 1260 by now. 1260 base, which means we could have been 1280 with our artifact, which, basically means we won the season. But we haven't won the season yet because we are 1259 base stats. It isn't bad either. It's just not 1260 base. So, let's see. What stats do we... Okay, so we have KDA, which is 1.25. Win rate, 19%. There's opponents defeated. Win streak. There's Crimson Days, opponents defeated, bounties completed. Oh, that's gonna be fun. Flawless tickets 1, and that was from Trials of the Night. Ghost in the Night, we ran out of medals. Undefeated, Annihilations. I feel like once this hits like 1,000, maybe we'd rock that. Wow, okay. To be fair, we were a little bit clumped up there. If you've seen me play, you've heard me talk about Crucible, you already know how I feel about 6v6. I don't like it. I'm not a fan of it. I feel like until Bungie actually develop maps to support 6v6, it has no business being in... Okay. Do we want to put that down? Okay. Until Bungie develops maps that kind of support, not just the way that, Destiny 2 plays, but like, with different abilities, like until they make, basically bigger maps. Because the way that Destiny 2 plays is way different than... I still got him. It plays way different than Destiny 1. So the return of all these Destiny 1 maps, but not the longer range kind of maps, like the shorter range maps, but all these abilities, it just kind of feels like it. Because doesn't really work. Doesn't really work as well as they I mean, as well as they think it does. I mean, this is all just opinion based. Okay. Clearly I suck at shotgun, so please, no judgment. It's actually a surprise that I'm actually, you know, rocking my shotgun. Let me, let's try this. And you're probably wondering, a scout and a sniper? Yes. Because I pretty much like keep 6v6 too. Let me try some new things, you know? Most maps, the planets aren't even there. Exactly. Which, I mean, it's a different topic all in itself. Because I know there are, you know, I know there are some like differencing opinions about, you know, Beyond Light and, you know, how Bungie basically took away like all the, basically took away everything. Because they kind of did. Always wondered why no one's really like talked about the legality behind if Bungie can do that. Because, and I mean, I guess this is just more of like a, you know, if you know law, because I don't know law and consumer rights and everything, but it's like essentially for the people that paid for, you know, Destiny 2, they paid for 4 planets, or, you know, what was that? They paid for like 4 planets. Like what Destiny 2 launched with, people paid for, because that was what Bungie said, this is what your $60 purchase will, you know, pay for. And by them essentially removing all of that and just, you know, leaving like this bare bones, you know, state of this game, and basically saying, well, if you, you know, if you didn't buy any of the expansions, you don't have a game. Or, you know, it's like if you didn't buy any of the expansions, the base game that you essentially paid for no longer exists because we made the game free. I'm not sure what the whole legality of that is. Not saying that, you know, it really would have mattered to me, because I still would have, you know, I still would have played Destiny, still would have bought Destiny. Just would have been like, well, I'm already, you know, money in deep, you know. I have a very special place in my heart for Destiny, just for the sentimentality of it. But I also understand that that's not everyone else's kind of like cup of tea. But that's just me personally. But in terms of everyone else, where I'm thinking, you know, like the people where they're like, oh, you know, you bought Destiny, and let's say, you know, you bought Destiny, weren't feeling it for, you know, the first couple of years, and then when you decide you wanted to come back to Destiny, and you find that none of the planets that you know, that you initially paid for is there anymore. You know, is that really fair? Like, can you do that? Is it written, you know, in, you know, eraser user agreements and all that? Like, is it written that you are, you know, you're purchasing not, you know, you're not purchasing what's there, you're purchasing, you know, for access to the game, with the understanding that, you know, we may be able to take some things away, you know? Those are just things that just pop up in my head as, oh, is that like actually legal? Like, can't they do that? I don't know. I mean, and you know, it's yeah. So this scout rifle right now is not good. Let's try hand cannon. I love this hand cannon. I love True Prophecy. Okay. Oh, okay, and the PlayStation is moving. The sound is moving. I know I turned down the sound on some of my I'm not sure if it was Destiny or if it was another game. Okay. Guess that is just something I just need to learn to, like, when to leave. And it's not that I need to learn it. I feel like it's more than just I need to learn how to leave. I just need to learn that, not anticipate how the enemy plays. I need to anticipate how my teammates play as well. Because when I expect my team to be, there, they never are. They never are. And then when I expect them to not be there, they're there. Oh, come on. Thank you. Like, dude, don't play me. You're hiding in the corner. I see you're there. I know you're going for it. Beautiful. Okay, someone's behind me. Ha! Ha! Okay, that one was a little bit kind of messed up. Not messed up in that sense, but it was just a little bit like, we're a little bit out there. Okay. How? Excuse me? Please tell me someone else saw him just disappear. Okay. That wasn't our best game. I will admit that. But to be fair, I was on a rant about the legality of Destiny selling a product and then 4 years later removing like 75% of that content. I do not count that game. I was warming up. My mods and my whole setup was not where it should be. Please don't judge me. That's all I'm going to request from that. But we are going to move over to solo, freelance comp. And that's just what we're going to do. Yeah, but we're backing out of Clash because even though I do love Clash, so like, don't get me wrong. Yes, 6v6. Yeah, I adamantly do not like 6v6 in Destiny 2 until they make changes to certain map choices, I wouldn't say accessibility, but it's just really the way that, we interact. This really comes down to just like map things, because at this point, I feel like with the introduction of stasis and, all of that, of course, Bungie's not going to retool all the subclasses, everything, to accommodate to the way that the maps are. I just know that they're not. Which really the only other thing that they can do is change up the way that the maps work, like stop making these super tiny like maps for 12 people to be on. That's just one of those things that I adamantly have been like super against when they brought back 6v6. They brought back 6v6, you know, because the community was like, yo, we want 6v6 back. And Bungie was like, all right, you got 6v6 back. They put 6v6 in maps that were designed for a total of 8 people in total. Like, that's it. Like, you cannot argue against that. You cannot argue something differently. They did not adjust the maps. They literally just said, hey, these maps were only made for 8 people. Let's add 4 more people to these maps. And they're there. That's my biggest gripe with the reintroduction of 6v6. And I just personally feel like should have did something else, you know? Go. Put that there. Put a little bit in there. Hi, peeps. Hey, Pop. It's been a while. Good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. I hope you are doing good, man. How's it going? And of course, thank you so much for liking the stream. I appreciate it very much. We are out here with PvP. Really, we're just, you know, we're just PvPing it up. But there's this good buddy. Glad to see you're all good. It's the holidays. It's you know, it's 6 o'clock in the morning. Well, you know, it's now what, 6:30 in the morning. You know, becoming that person that, you know, wakes up early in the morning and you know, making those small adjustments and changes to my life for the betterment of life. Yeah. If that made no sense, yeah, it. Okay, that was stupid. Oh, okay, that also was stupid. We're just doing stupid things this morning. That's what this is. But what I was saying was, so I'm not sure if you were with me back when I was streaming Apex Legends. Dude, like, could you not? But when we were streaming Apex Legends for a bit, there was this service called Athena-Scope that basically did like highlights and clips and everything. Do you think if those new trial mods should be only in trials or in all PvP modes? Personally, for me, I feel like I kind of have that mentality of the mentality kind of not as the what do they call it? Like the elitist attitude, but it's kind of like if you want the best in game, you have to do the best in game. I never do Crucible, just trials. I wish if I was good enough, if I was actually like confident enough with a certain loadout, I would do trials more. But it's the fact that I don't have, first of all, I don't have a steady team. I can never find, you know, like a good collection of people where it's like, hey, you know, let's you know, let's do this whole trials thing. But also it's also because I'm not confident in all of my abilities just yet. Oh, all right. Okay. But going back to your question, Paul, that belief where it's like, okay, the best in class should be able to be used in the game. I know that they, you know, did some changes with like, you know, PvE, you know, with like raid loot and everything. Not raid loot, but like certain raid weapons have like, you know, like the raid perks, which I think is good. if there's like certain things, certain weapons that only have perks that are available in the raid that you could take outside of the game, if you want that, do a raid, like I think that's a good model. And I kind of think it's the same with with trials and PvP kind of abilities. Okay, are we gonna clutch this? Let's find out. How? That's what happens when you just are scoping down and you just don't pay attention. Don't learn from me. Dust Rock Blues, not seen that in a while. I believe Dust Rock Blues is Sunset. And if a lot of people are like me, I'm not using any Sunset weapons. Simply because there's really no point. Like, yes, some, Sunset weapons feel good. Yeah, it's like, hey, these were my favorite weapons, but at the end of the day, there's really no point in using them. I understand you can use them in PvP because PvP doesn't matter about your light, but again, it just feels to be using old weapons, and they're like, yeah, they're gonna be phased out. Oh, come on. I know I've been trying to answer your question, Paul. Has that happened? Did that answer it? I'm still getting used to these new weapons. I still want to use my old ones. That's the thing. There's some where, some weapons where it's like, it's a little bit good. Totally missed that. If I would have landed that, that would have been beautiful. Wishful thinking, I guess. But yeah, I mean, there's some. So I know, I do like some of the like Europa weapons. So like the weapons that you could get from like Varix and going through some of the Europa activities. Those weapons are really good. Some of the raid weapons feel really good. It's just you gotta give it a chance. I can still use my weapons, and it's not saying that you can't use them, like the game is stopping you from using them or anything like that. It's just, for me, it doesn't feel good. Like it's just it goes to one of those things where it's like counter to what you show off, like your show off factor as a guardian. It's like, hey, the game is basically like become legend, increase your light level as much as possible, and that's what you want to do. But if also in them saying that, in them doing that, or you're supposed to be striving for that, but then I quit my favorite loader and my favorite weapon, and I'm a severely low level than what I should be, because my favorite weapons that I want to use. Thank you, teammate. But yeah, like the weapons that I want to use, the weapons that basically I'm proud to show off as a guardian, makes me look kind of like inferior because my light level is like significantly lower. Now, some other people have better, better solutions to how Bungie can, fix that and remedy that, and I'll leave that to them to say, hey, Bungie, that's how you fix it. I don't really have a fix for that. I just feel like this, certain weapons that, yes, they're kind of my favorite. But, if it makes my power level like significantly lower, I'm not going to use it. I will say goodbye. Oh, come on, team. Yeah, they thought they were gonna win that. They thought they were gonna win that. But they didn't. And that was a good round. I mean, we used our super. Thought we were going to kind of like flop with that, but we didn't. Back on that. Back on that. Okay. He too has a true prophecy. All right. Yeah. I mean, I still think we're gonna win this. Not worried about that. Hey, buddy, why would you use your super now? Like, we're not on track to win this match. I mean, maybe we are now. I hate that. I honestly hate that because what I want to try to do whenever I do that, I want to like slide and then, dude, don't pop it now. Oh my gosh. I want to slide and then activate my puddle so that it freezes everyone around me. And I'm not sure if it's just the way that my combo, like the way that it's set up with my button, combinations and everything, but I slide forever and my little rift does not happen. All right, he's not going there. All right. Okay. Ah, he tried it. Nice. That's how you do that. Jump up, buddy. Jump up. I'm gonna go around here. Because that is not what I want. And then we're gonna go around here. And wait for him out here. No, no. Yeah. Yeah, come on. Poke your head back out. Oh, he is mad. I know he is mad. He's mad too. Here you are. Oh, come back. Buddy, see, I knew we weren't going to lose it. It was just like, how were we going to lose it? Because were we going to lose it like really badly? Were we going to, or were we going to win it? But it was like, ooh, were we going to win it? And it was like, okay, that was good. I wasn't worried. I wasn't worried at all. I can tell you that. I wasn't worried at all. but there were a few moments where it was just like, what are we doing, y'all? What are we doing? I mean, it's freelance Crucible. What do you expect? Sometimes you're gonna pop off. Sometimes you're gonna have. Other times you're gonna be wondering, team, what's going on? Team. I've said that several times before. I've said a lot of team. Like what? What are we doing? Please. But I've got to say, I'm really excited to see how these clips are going to happen. Um, that is definitely something I'm looking forward to. And then of course in the wee hours of the early morning, finding two more guardians. Which sometimes I do think maybe I should try going. No, I've tried that before. I have tried that before. I've tried that just on my own, and I've tried matching with another person, so having like another person join me and going into regular comp Crucible. It doesn't really work out every time. It doesn't really work out the way that I expect for it to work out, you know, especially where I'm like, okay, I'm not the best Crucible player, but occasionally, a lot of the time, I can hold my own. So I figure if I join in another game, or I join in with like a team of two, you know, the power of them communicating and then the power of me, you know, once or twice, but getting a couple kills as well, it'll even out. It never does. Never does. And it may be because I'm just not playing the right way. You know, I've actually like on my YouTube, like on YouTube, I put out like videos of like, hey, the success of being like, you know, playing Crucible solo, like some of the tips and skills. And admittedly, sometimes I don't follow them all the time, but sometimes, or a lot of the times I do, and it still doesn't work. And I'm like, but also I understand that you know, just as I've told everyone in that video that I've made, you know, this isn't like 100%, you're going to win all your matches. But if you follow, you know, these skills or these tips most of the time, you know, you do increase your success rate. And it's just for me personally, I'm like, I want that success rate to be 100% or as close to 100% as possible, and it won't be. It won't be. There is, you know, I understand, and it's crazy because before, it not saying that I didn't really understand the value of communicating. I understand, like, communicating. I feel like communication solves 90% of the world's problems. But it's just the knowing what to communicate is, I feel, the issue with a lot of players, or a lot of like, not new players, but I guess people who are still trying to learn and perfect their, you know, their PvP habits. And I feel like that's one of the things that, you know, really detract people from playing in PvP, is like that fear of, I don't know what to do, or I'm not good at it. And if I'm playing with teammates and, you know, if they're, you know, calling me names and, you know, they're saying this, that, and they're, you know, just spewing all these hates, I don't want to, you know, involve myself with that. But hidden in that as well is just that, you know, they say communicate, they say call out. What do I call out? What do I do? I don't actually think that there's like even like a YouTube about that where it's like how to communicate with your teammates, because I, at least for me and what I've seen and what I've like experienced in game versus, you know, like what I've heard, it's like, oh, communicate to your teammates and, you know, let them know where you are and there's this and there's that, and I'm like, is that really helpful though? Because I feel like a lot of the time, at least for me, and this is now just speaking like on my behalf, a lot of the time where it's like, oh, communicate, you know, where the enemy was, where you are, and da 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 da, all this and that. By the time I communicate where I am, the enemy's moved. The enemy has moved, they are no longer there. Why? Um, Peek back out. Peek back out. Wow. That was also something that we need to switch. And yep, those are our handy cannon. Okay. I mean, I knew he was feeling really good with that crimson. I'd say what is with, you know, Arbalist, but Arbalist has always been one of those weapons that just they will not decrease the aim assist for Arbalist ever. And it's not that I don't get it. It's not that I don't understand. Like, I guess that is supposed to be one of the things, like, I want to say that is, you know, a part of the exoticness of Arbalist is to have insane aim assist. But, like, come on. Nah, you didn't get it that time. But he did get it that time. And one of the things that I'll have to try to fight is changing my loadout, because like playing against him, and I feel like I'm doing a little bit better at it, but in the instance of like just what I've been going through with that hunter and their list. Hey, don't group up. That dang Arbalist, though. Even though I killed him, but... okay. Thanks, teammate. I guess. And then you just like, not even worth it. Not even worth it. It's like sometimes you gotta realize, you know, you gotta figure out when's a good time to get mad, and then other times you just gotta say, you know what, It's not water under the bridge. Oh, I was about to say, how in the heck I've always reported people for cheating on console, but I've never in my life have I seen someone do it so blatantly. And that's one of those, see, now that is one of the things that's kind of frustrating to me. It's kind of like, okay, are we staying back or are we rushing? Because I feel like y'all can't make up your mind. Like, teammates, are we rushing? Are we staying back? Like, what's the plan? Not switching to Artlist. I'm just trying to. I don't have anything with like high caliber rounds or anything. Just need something like really like flinch them off. Okay, we need a. There we go. I was about to say we need to get at least one kill. Like one of them has to go. Now, I know the outlook on this is a little grim. It's a little, it's looking a little dark for us. But, insert quote about the light and, finding, the light in the darkness. Something like that. There we go. I was about to say, if I didn't kill at least one person with my super, I would have been sad. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Why would you challenge against that? Because I just wanted to shove it in his face if I would have got the kill. that is it. That's a part of the being, you know, part of being like a good player as well. You just gotta be honest, you know? A lot of the things I do, it's just a principle, you know? Like that. I didn't know. Oh, I was about to say, I didn't know a void wall grenade does that much damage, but at the angle that it was thrown, if it's like, you know, vertical against me and I really have nowhere to move, then yes, it does do that much damage. I'm happy about that. Yes, I did waste my melee, but you know what? Worth it. Hey. I mean, that's the great thing too. We weren't even trying to go for life advantage. I could do that too, just as I was thinking. I was thinking with the Arbalist, that Arbalist player, we could do that forbidden weapon that we hate. If we want to go all aim assist is is, you know, what we're going for. Um, but I don't want to. I really don't want to. Simply because I hate that. I hate that weapon. That's where you are. Like, no, you're back here. Yeah, I think this is it for this match.
Only 1 minute left. You're out of lives. Fight on just the same. What's that you've got?
I don't know. I think that's kind of bullcrap. Like, literally, it's just like, just pinging red. Just pinging red. Let me just go right on in there and just shoot in there with a hunch. Maybe I'll make it, maybe I won't. Uninteresting guy. I want to see your loadout. I want to see what you have. Okay, you got targeting there, unflinching. That's sure. Okay. Still think it's bullcrap though, but you know. Again, Arbalist already has like an insane. I wonder what that is. Like, what is this aim assist value? We're gonna look that up as we load into another match. I mean, it's 61. Is that like the highest? I think that there's other ones that are higher than that though. Isn't there? Yeah, Cloud Strike is 68, and that one never hits where you all saw the type of shots that I was trying to make, and it was like, no, sorry, try again later. But that is also because so with the change that happened with 61 intellect, and recovery, not bad. Hang on to this. We'll hang on to that. This one's pretty good, but this one's displaying is we'll do another raid eventually. Recovery, intellect 60. Go ahead on it. I forgot what because they did something. A 100. Oh, Arbalist should have 100 aim assist. The highest aim assist is on Trace and Fusion. Okay, that makes sense. But I feel like, especially on like traces, like on trace rifles and everything, it's not 100. Oh, he's mad. I'm mad. He's mad. Oh, everyone's mad. That was horrible. What? Like literally, I cannot get the timing of that down. If I could get the timing of that down when I just put down the rift when it's coming, that would be great. No. And then we don't have this one. Everyone increases the damage size of burst of stasis when you destroy a stasis crystal or defeat a frozen target, and then shattering a crystal temporarily boosts your grenade recharge rate. Yeah, we don't really have a thing where it really shattering a frozen target. Yeah, we don't have any like skills that really shatter the, you know, crystal, which I think is kind of unfair. But sure, I guess. Oh, we're back to playing an interesting guy. Okay. I actually want to try it with the Forbidden Fusion Rifle, which I say I don't want to use, but we might be forced to use. Simply because, you know. Yes! Okay, you got that corner. I'll get this corner. Like, I just have a feeling that they're going to spawn back here. Not if I guard back here, though. Like, y'all, you guys know he has Arbalist, and you know Arbalist has, like, insane assist. You guys know this. It's not some rocket science. It's not Arbalist just came out this season. All of this. So you're probably thinking, well, since we know all this, I tried, like I was trying to like glide through the door, but it was like, hey, I noticed you're trying to make it through the doorway, but here's why that's not going to happen for you. Come on up here, buddy. Come on up here. Okay. Now that was I'll give that to him. That was a really good use of his virus. I was not expecting that at all. Gradiation. Stop it. Now that was my fault. That was my fault because I knew he was gonna peek back out again. I was waiting for it. Okay, they never seem to come out of those two doors. I'm gonna try. And you're probably wondering, why did you do this? Definitely not the time to do it either, but you know what? When's a better time? Not in the middle of a mouse, I know, but still. Oh my gosh, that would have been okay. That would have been okay the way that happened. Yeah, so here's the thing. I love false promises. Is definitely one of those weapons that's kind of like a sneaker, if you will. But maybe not. Well, keep at it. But the next one, I'm going to switch. And see, and that's one of my issues as well. It's like, again, switch weapons entirely too much. I understand that is definitely an issue of mine. Why is this the first time that I'm seeing this kind of barricade? Why? This whole time, homie had the barricade that we could shoot through. And when enemy has match point, he now decides, yeah, an interesting guy. We can snipe. I know it kind of seems like I couldn't, but I can't. Ha! And they're like not gonna hop through this window. Oh. Where was that aiming? I have no idea. I'm just happy that it worked out. Oh. Thank goodness. I was about to say, he straight hopped up way too high. He hopped up way too high for that to hit me. I'm willing to give it the benefit of the doubt. Willing, but only just. They never go to that far right side. I'm gonna peek out right here because I know he's coming here. Yeah, there it was that long stretch. And see, and that's kind of the thing though. It's like it was that long stretch. If I would have been Dawnblade, I could have made that easily. I could have cleared that stretch easily and been just fine. Like, even when I'm like shooting you, like I'm literally shooting you in the face with high caliber, and you still with aim assist able to get multiple headshots. I'm pressing X for doubt. Like I am furiously pressing X for doubt, but it's fine. It's fine. I am going to switch this up just a little bit. Want to switch to Cold Denial because I really want, see, and that's also the thing that I'm having an issue with. There's a difference between the kind of loadout that I want to use and what's viable in the Crucible this season. And it's always that struggle between, yeah, I get that's what you want to use, but do you want to win? And I'm just like, I mean, yeah, I want to win, but I also want to win being able to use what I want to use. And there's just like, it's just like this nagging on the side of me that's like, okay, here's the thing, buddy. I get what you want to use, I get it, but here's the thing. You ain't gonna get it. Like you gotta make a choice. You gotta make a choice if there's a certain thing. What's this? No. This actually isn't a bad distribution, actually. And then if we make this, all right, we have 95. I mean, and that's because we need that. We need that. Yes, stat increase. Now, if we can, we would well. Yeah, I mean, this isn't bad. Resilience is at 50, so we have a really good in you know, being matched up against stasis. 90 recovery. There isn't a really big difference between 90 and 100 except for the shield coming back. But that's fine. And then intellect, we're at 95. If we could get that to, you know, if we could just get 5 more points, that would be great. But we'd have to have like a super God rolled we need to have like a 30 like a plus 30 intellect roll on something that is not. I think it would have to be like our helmet would have to be like 30 or was looking like 28, which I don't think we have. It's 19, yeah. Oh. Hold on a second. That's 24, 23. Because that's 23 even with the stat increase. Hold on, let's do something. Let's do something. We're gonna try this. We have the materials. And if we take one of that off, and then we increase the intellect mod. We'd have to make a choice on if we want. Okay, well, let's see if we do that. Now we're getting into 90. Are you kidding me? 99. That's 4. That's 4. That's 5. That's the 5. And that's the 4. Like literally it's 27. Nope. Yeah, no, this would never fly. These anti-extinguishing, yes, the recovery is beautiful, but we have, yeah, no, we have literally, we have this items, the legacy oaths, that matches the recovery and actually supplies us with some good intellect. I'm going to dismantle you. We tried it. 21, 23. That's 27. Yeah, no, that would take a hit too. No. The dog. 13, 11, 17, 30. This is going to bother me endlessly. Like, endlessly. You get here and it's like 95, 95. You get here 99, 100. Which, I mean, just as we did say that 90 is technically, you know, being at 90 is really good. Like, can't I just wish I could just increase by just like one more. just by like one more. Can I please just get like a little bit, just please? But I can't. That's fine. That's fine. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. I get it. I get it. Sometimes you gotta make sacrifices, and that is just one of the sacrifices we have to make. So with that, we can do, so let's try this. At least we can do this. Get some pulse rifle targeting. And then even with this, we can get unflinching pulse rifle. I don't know why I do double, but I like it. I may reset this because there's unflinching. Oh, there is no pulse rifle targeting. It's only, well, that's unflinching scout rifle targeting, unflinching pulse rifle. Yeah, there's no. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. No, no, no. We won't reset this. Unless there's something down the line that we see that is like, oh no, we need to switch that out because that just isn't going to work for us. We are gonna switch this out because, yeah, I don't know why we have this equipped. Which heavy are we going to substitute it for? And that's a 1250 battle weapon, so we'll do this. Gotta love my cluster tracking. This is 1250. We'll do that. Perfect. All right. Great, great, great. Let's try this out. Let's try this out just for a bit. Make it work. See what kind of damage it does. If it works out well for us, again, what I was mentioning before was that's just one of those things that I just have to come to terms with at times. Sometimes it's like, oh, I really want to be able to use a certain loadout, like a certain weapon, and I just have to battle back and forth with, okay, do you want to use that certain weapon or do you want to win? Because, you know, unfortunately, I'm not at that level in my, you know, PvP kind of career where I can kind of gauge where, okay, in these kind of battles or these kind of like movements, this is how I should be using a pulse rifle. This is how I should be, you know, playing against these enemies who use a certain kind of weapon, you know? I think there's, you know, there's certain practice that, you know, needs to come into that, you know, that needs to, you know, work along with that, or be able to, you know, kind of get that mentality in your head and, you know, with practice and everything. And I'm just like, it's not even that I don't have the time. I'm just like, ugh, where do I even begin, you know? And see, and just like with that, it's like, you know, now all of a sudden people are like, oh, you know, Sturm is like really good, especially for those, you know, individuals that, you know, with 120 hand cannons being like the best. I'm like, maybe I want to use Sturm, but then that's just going to throw everything off. And when I say everything, I mean everything off, because let me fall in love with Sturm and then I'm just like, well, what's the, you know, special weapon that I'm supposed to use? I can't get back my adored. Oh, that's weird. We were not standing on the floor. That was very weird. All right, gonna focus, gonna get our head in the game. Okay, we're focused, our head's in the game. Peek back up. Thank you. And look at this. We are creating Dawning Spirit because apparently what they failed to tell me, you know, which I'm not sure if this was like common knowledge for everyone, But once you fully level up the dawning ship, you do generate dawning spirit dawning or dawning spirit. I think that's what the name is. You do generate it. There we go. You do generate dawning spirit, which help contributes to that whole community event. And I feel like not a lot of people had the ship equipped and didn't really, Okay, so our Pole Denial is doing pretty good. It's putting in work. Loving steady hand right now. I do have a couple of roles of steady hand. I just don't know which role of steady hand. And I mean, I could, of course, I do follow quite a bit of, PvP guardians out there. Astacross, Cool Guy. Those are some of my favorites. This guy. True Vanguard. I do follow a couple of them. I just have not. I mean, it's basically I have not paid attention to PvP as much this season. If I'm being completely honest. Think Mines this quick draw Wellspring's not perfect, but it works. Let me find a good place because I have a couple rolls. I have like 2 or 3. Oh, that's bad luck for him. So remember what I was saying about finding like the balance of this is the loadout, these are the kind of weapons that I want to use, and having to figure out, the best way to use them. Now I don't wanna, count my chickens before they hatch, but hold on, kind of spicy right now. And not the bad kind of spicy, like the kind of spicy. Wow, so I did hit him. Okay. Because that's weird. It didn't really register that I hit him, and then he peeked back out and some of his health was missing. Funny how that works. Interesting. I wish I could use the Titan stasis super like that, but I can't. I just can't get into the rhythm or whatever the flow is supposed to be for that super. I was about to say, that was an easy kill, buddy. Like, he was so focused on me. I just go top tier Dawn so I can run for me. I was mentioning that before because there's certain maps where it feels like it was like there's certain maps where, you know, it feels like it's better not to go stasis. Like, even though stasis is definitely, you know, one of those you run stasis. Like, how do you do Crucible? Stasis. But it just feels like there's certain maps and certain situations where it's like, okay, stasis is not going to get you out of that. But you know what can get you out of that? The, you know, Icarus Dash. Icarus Dash definitely is going to get you out of that. Okay. That's cool. That's fine. That's fine. Go ahead, use that Crimson. I support you. Okay, if I had a rehealing perk on my cold denial, I could have won that. But if I did, I probably wouldn't be using this cold denial because I don't want no health back. I want as much stability, and I don't even know why I tried that. No idea why I even tried that. Come on. Oh, he was a master of just reading. Oh well, at least I killed him. You have a good stars in shadow roll. I have not going to tell you how many stars and shadows I have. But I can tell you this. 1, 2, 3. It's more than 10. It's more than 10. So if you would like to tell me what role I should be searching for these stars in the shadow, there is a good chance I have it. I mean, still a chance that I might not, you know, for like the ultra god role, you know, if we're including the barrel perk and, you know, whatnot. If he would have just been just a little bit closer, just a little bit closer, that would have been super funny. Right when I see them, I'm gonna pop my super. I feel like that. Okay, great. Thank you. I was like, I feel like one shot, and you should have. Okay, I got the one with surplus and dragonfly, and it's a laser. Stability masterwork. Okay, I will. So after this match, let me go through some of my. Come on. Oh, he popped his super anyway. Okay, that's fine. Sweet. about to say, I know he's staying right there. I know he is just going to continue to stay right there. Have no idea why homie died there. But yeah, so after this match, I will go through a couple of my Stars and Shadow, but also Steady Hand. I mean, I'm kind of, not that I'm over hand cannons, but I just want to find a pulse rifle that's just mine, you know, like one to just call my own. Similar to Cold Denial, the way that Cold Denial is working for us right now. Because here's my thing. Cold Denial is definitely, it's great. It's also very last season. Thank you. Thank you. Which that's kind of bad because not kind of bad, but it sucks for him that the perk didn't pop, because if he would have started regaining his health, he probably would have stayed alive. Sweet, sweet. Nice. How long does it take for the get the track? It. It's there. Oh, okay. Way to use that as Shatter Dive Cloud Hikey. Cloud Hikey. Speaking of Stars and Shadow. Oh, I already have one in my we got one, we were awarded one, we already have one in our inventory. Feeding Frenzy, purple weapon. That's range. Full bore, tactical mag. So we're looking for surplus dragonfly. Let me do this. Surplus. So we have surplus and thresh, which, you know, apparently thresh does not work in PvP. So that's something. We have surplus in kill clip. We have surplus in head seeker, which bad. And then another surplus in thresh. With the stability, so we have surplus, head seeker, chambered, with tactical mag. I'm gonna try that. Let's see what that one's all about. So if we do that, I believe I have the, and this is also one of my issues that I'm very, okay, I don't have enough. I was about to say, I probably am going to dismantle a, weapon or two so that I can fully master all of it. Tavish, thank you so much for liking the stream, buddy. How are you doing? It's evening for you. But hope you're doing well. Do I? Well, that's my PvE roll for cold denial. Do 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 do. I mean, there's definitely some have some weapons that are sunset that I'm just not ready. Like, I'm saving them as like the last resort. Yeah. We had a lot of memories with this subtle calamity. This is the subtle calamity that helped us solo flawless prophecy dungeon. But it's sunset, so let's get our 7 enhancement cores there. Do I have another? Oh, is this a tempered dynamo? I mean, yeah. Get 7 more there. Let's try this. One more. Do we have enough? Yes, we do. Now we just need... Oh. If we're keeping up with the snippers, then let us do this, because for some reason the last wish, is that the right? Last wish has not been sunset. None of the weapons are sunset, so let's kind of take advantage of that a bit. Do that. Let's use that. Perfect. Yeah, not really excited about reload speed, but just for the sake of having that yellow surrounding by it, we'll go for it. We'll entertain it. You know, there's probably someone out there looking at the way that I use this. Finally got my power up to 1205, and hi, I'm doing good. How are you? Doing pretty good. We're just doing some Crucible, just trying out different weapons, trying to get our groove, get our feel for things, but also testing out this AI clip generator to see what kind of clips that they generate. But it's all good fun. We're just, hanging out, finally spending some time in the Crucible that we've been itching for, to see how it is. But yeah, that's all we're doing, just hanging out. Okay, wait, that is... So we have another one. We have Surplus and Eye of the Storm. But it has Flared Magwell. +4 stability there, and Flared Magwell has +5 stability. And here's the thing. Eye of the Storm, I kind of like because we get shot at. But the Masterwork is range. Let's compare. Oh, that's not compare. That is... So stability is bad. Reload speed is bad. Wait, hold on. If we switch to that, well, stability is going to be comparable. Well, it's not going to be comparable because for that Stars and Shadows, the one that we currently have equipped, that one is a stability masterwork. I'm guessing, so this one, stability is 58. And then this one's 71. think maybe we'll try to give like both a try. Range is good too. Yeah, I think we'll end up, you know, having to give both kind of like the good old treatment of which one feels good and which one feels better. But the only thing is, oh, we're kind of running out on enhancement cores. No, we can make some room. So if I do this, no, it looks like I just dismantled a really good roll, but I promise, like several of the Icarus SMGs, and even if I don't, another will drop. Always does. Always does. I'm so tired of getting those. And then I have another Stars and Shadows that really isn't Feeding Frenzy Dragonfly. Not really. Again, another one of those. Again, we still have over 10. Oh, come on. Okay, I was about to say, I was going to hit the famous line. Watching Destiny while playing Destiny is the way to do it. Do it all the time. When I look at like other streamers, play Destiny all the time. Like, they motivate me to play Destiny. It's very interesting. Oh. Please get him, Frigid. It's right there. But this one feels really good. I'm kind of mad because Frigid was right there. He was linked. He could have easily just kicked him. Sam, thank you for putting me on to Stars and Shadow. Because here's the thing, and I can tell you exactly why I was probably like hesitant from trying Stars and Shadows. I don't like its scope. The scope is very reminiscent of what's that one weapon? The Sam, thank you so much for liking the stream. It's very reminiscent of Redrix's broadsword, or Redrix's claymore, depending on which one you were fortunate enough to get. It's very reminiscent of that, and I peek back out. You won't. It's very reminiscent of that, and for some reason I can see the scope now. Before I couldn't. But Sam, thank you, buddy. Almost died, but I wanted to look directly in the camera so that you felt that I was looking directly at you when I said thank you. Oh, come on. Oh, he's using lay mono. That's cool. That's fine for him. No problem. I was hesitant too, but it's a great pull. It really is. Now, I honestly think it's also with the surplus perk. You can really feel it working. Especially for me, where I'm like, you know, sometimes I don't use all my, you know. I don't use all my perks, all my there we go. I don't use all of my abilities right off the bat. So it's kind of like rewarding that kind of play style, which I'm very happy about. He thought. Like this pulse rifle is just, hi bro, yow. Hey, Frank L. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. Frank Ellie. How's it going? I've never used Stars in the Shadow. Maybe I should. If you, yeah, Tavish, I definitely feel like, you know, if you're looking for a good pulse rifle, it's right here. I shouldn't have peeked back out there. I do want to try Surplus Eye of the Storm. I do want to try that. So I will try that. I'm going to try that in a different match. Just to, you know, just to see. It'll be different if my teammates were like super far away from me, even though I'd still be mad, but it'll be different if they were like super far away from me. And then it's just like, yo, homie's like right there. But he was like right there, you know? Yeah, there's really nothing else. Oh, no. Yeah, well. Well, yeah, definitely not using my super now. Oh yeah, definitely gonna grab that. That was a warning shot. That was another warning shot. Yeah, my pulse rifle is better than yours, buddy. Told you. Told you. Don't leave. That's one of the things that I honestly hate. And if you're one of those people inside, like watching me right now, I am sorry for what I'm about to say. But if you leave, actually, I'm kind of not. But if you leave early in a solo comp match, rethink that. Rethink that strategy. Because here's the thing. It's gonna happen. Like you can't expect success, and you can't expect perfection going into a solo comp match. Like you can't, and you shouldn't. So if you leave solo comp matches, because you're like, oh well, we're going to lose. Actually won a couple of matches, where we've been down to like 2v3. There was one that I distinctly remember, and it was just crazy because I was like, this is how teams should always be. Like, this is how your teammate should always be. But it was like either after like the first or the second match, we had our third teammate leave, and it was one of those it was like one of those where, you know, the team was really good, but we stood by each other, and you know, we were watching each other's backs and doing all the good teammate things, and we ended up winning that match. and we just sent like the message, like afterwards we sent the messages, and I was like, yo, GG's brother, and he was like, I fucking love you. And it was just because we technically should not have won that match, but we did. Okay, okay. So that was a win. I'm not gonna be like, oh, that was an easy win. That was definitely a win. It was surprising because of, you know, what we were able to do. Maybe it's because I also have on double pulse targeting. That could be a thing as well. But let's masterwork this up. We'll do stability as well. I feel like the targeting we've definitely got down. We get rid of that. And then I kind of want. I know, just as I was saying, I'm surprised we were landing those snipe hits without target. What? So this is what this well, I don't think I can. Yeah, no, I was gonna say, I wanted to see if I can do the pull, like do sniper targeting and with targeting adjuster, but no, I'm going to keep it the way that it is. I'm going to keep my armor the way it is, even though this 99 but it's okay. It's okay. Because we will find a something. I don't know what we'll find, but we will find a something. Actually, we're gonna do that, and we'll do 4, 5, 6, 7. No, we can't do that. Oh, right here. And then we'll do that. And that's just because if we pick up, so with that one, what's a good XP farm other than doing bounties? That's really it. Just doing a whole bunch of bounties. That's how I did mine. My farm for experience, just bounties. I do all the bounties. It's just one of those things where, you know, I think the way that they adjusted it, the way that they like kind of adjusted it to where, you know, now people can't farm like a certain activity for massive amounts of XP, but bounties is really going to be your best bet. I totally forgot what I was saying before, but we're gonna try it. Crap. Do I get rid of this one? Probably. I'll probably get rid of that Stars and Shadow. Oh, I was saying, you know, I was like, care about, you know, reloading on this sniper And it turned out I kind of did care about reloading on the sniper once I realized how hey! Hey! Ooh. Oh, I thought that was an orb of light. I was about to say already. But yeah, so I believe I have another couple of
1 minute. You're ahead on lives. This is wonderful. Enemy team has no reserves left. Finish them.
F lay monarch. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
One opponent remains. 3 lives.
Oh, go ahead and kill him. Thank you.
Obliterated the
I will say, this one does feel pretty good, but it doesn't feel as memorable,
round start.
if that makes sense. Well, we can dismantle this 7th Seraph one. But let me quickly do that one. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. We'll upgrade our sniper later.
5 lives left.
I know y'all are over there. I can just feel it.
3 lives left.
How did that not freeze him? Even though he's like, I'm not sure if he's AFK or if he's just, you know. I was about to say, I know he's around here somewhere.
No lives left for your enemy. Destroy them. I love it. Last life. This is it. 30 seconds. Slay your enemy and they stay.
Slowed out. I can have an exotic heavy, which I will exercise, in which, you know, when I do decide to do the raid again, hopefully Eyes of Tomorrow will drop, and that would be my exotic, my heavy weapon of choice. But for now, I just don't know what to use. So we will use our Xeno. Because I love Xeno as a heavy in PvP. Because it's just something that isn't really expected, you know? Wow. So he brings out the Arbalist. And as Zahir leaves, I mean, I feel really bad for the enemy team. I really feel bad for the enemy team when teammates leave early. I hate it when when members of my team does it. I hate it when other people do it. It's like, what do you expect? If you expect a perfect team, then go find a perfect team, you know?
1 minute. You're ahead on lives. Enemy team has no reserves left. Finish them.
That totally goes against what we advocated for. And by we, I mean the people who like basically begged Bungie for a solo player mode. Like, yo, like we're tired of matching against, like these teams. Like, hey, sometimes people play your game solo, you know? Like, that's it. Sometimes people play your game solo. We want to make sure that we're not matching against people like these stacked teams when we're going solo. So then when they give us a solo mode, but yet you're still angry because you're being matched with people who can't play, I'm sorry, that then becomes an issue of, now you didn't have a problem against playing with people on a team. You had a problem against losing, in which that's nobody's fault but your own, you know? I feel bad for him. I feel bad for him. That was just bad. And here's the thing, his KDA is going to tank. And if you're like me, don't bag him. Don't bag him. Like that's also one of the things that I hate. Like, don't bag people who don't deserve it. Like, I get it, bagging, it's just one of. Like, dude, I just want to bring the base. Like, I mean, we won. It's fine. Like, Wait, are you the one who bagged him? Because if you're the one who bagged him, I don't want a hug from you. Nah, but I'm not sure. So I'm gonna give you this hug. You're gonna get this hug. But if you're the guy who bagged him, I take it back. But like, seriously, Sam, if you're still watching, thank you. Thank you. Because we're doing amazing. Now, I don't know. Honestly, don't know which one is better. Because one, we have better range, one, we have better stability, which I kind of feel is probably situational. Maybe one's for one map, one's for like the longer distance kind of map, and then one's more for, like the shorter hand kind of map. I think that's what it is though. So for the range one, we want to use that for the longer range maps. Well, both of them are really we want to use for the longer range maps. Or no, the range one we want to use, we'll really want to use for like the shorter range maps. So that even at like a far distance, we could still get as, better hits as possible. Even at a super far distance. So maybe that's something that we want to do on like the shorter range maps, and then for the longer range maps, we use the stability roll. Because even though we're at a distance, the stability is really going to like make sure that we're doing good. Also with like head seeker, so let's see, head seeker, and this one's stability. Yeah, I want to say this one, so the head seekers for the longer range maps, because with the stability, it helps us, at those longer ranges, it helps us keep us narrow. But also for those where it's like hitting the chest and then going up to the head, that one's really going to be effective. and then now I use the range on bigger maps. Okay, okay. So range, bigger maps, and then stability. I honestly, I don't know. Maybe it just be just depending on how I feel. I don't. I don't know. I don't know. Both of them feel really good. Although I will say the surplus, the head seeker one felt really good when I first used it. So we'll go back. We'll just, how about we do that? We just go back and forth. Just back and forth. Come on, we can find 2 more guardians. Come on, I want to get to Mythic 2. I mean, I think I was already at Mythic 2 and then I went on a losing streak. That's definitely a possibility. That we are not a stranger to that happening at all. That happens all the time. But it would be really nice if we were able to get to Mythic, like get to really cool, like Mythic 2 or Mythic 3. I mean, even hit Legend this season. But Legend is like, if we hit Legend, that's great. I mean, we're already unbreakable. That one, it's not like a pipe dream or like a reach goal. We've already done what it does. Do what it did what it did. Let's go. Okay, it's okay. It is all right. Sometimes you just got to get used to different maps. Come on. That time, that actually was my fault. I thought that last burst would actually hit him. And it did not. Which one are we on? Because if we are on Head Seeker, I feel like this is the situation in which we will switch to the other one. Yeah. Yeah. Let's switch to Eye of the Storm. Oh. We either played with or I mean, we definitely played with him. I'm not sure if we were on the same team or if we were like against each other. But that was something that did happen. I feel like the same with Tea Crab Cakes. Definitely feel like there was some definitely feel like we're kind of like in that pool where the matchups feel very similar. Wow, why is Willie live this early? Some of us are at work. Yeah, this is the time that I stream. Sir Diego. Yeah, I'm an early morning streamer. Except for Friday afternoons or Friday evenings when we do the wood chip carving. But we start the day off. We start the day off with our streams now. 6 to 10. That is our Tuesdays and Fridays. 6 to 10. And that is only because I would prefer to start my stream off. Come on. I would prefer to start my stream off in the morning and then be able to rest in the afternoon or after work. Dang it, if I would have just did the melee, both of them would have been frozen. But that's just a learning experience. I know he's up there. He's gonna be up there. What are you doing? There's literally no one to the right. To the right. Okay, I see what they mean about Sturm. But I'm not going to get, well, Aaron and Nando are almost base game level on Final Fantasy 14, so I think we're pretty committed to playing this time around. I'm not. I'm not going to go through the whole Final Fantasy 14 thing again. Only because I just know how it's going to end up. And I don't want to go through that. There we go. I will take a trade other than them shooting me and then someone else, like the dude with the super in the back, just shooting me. I'm not going to go for that. Man, get out of here, buddy. Not a fan of that guy. Not a fan of him. There we go. Nice, nice. I just want to know what is the comparable skill? What is the comparable skill that warlocks have that the hunter and titan doesn't? That they can, like, that the hunter can well, even the titan, but that the hunter can easily shatter you know, stasis crystals. But Warlocks can't. Warlocks can't shatter it at all unless they're like shooting something. Because I feel like there's a sort of I feel like we're in that sort of like I feel like we're in sort of like that kind of what's that mind frame? That delusion. Yes. That delusion that warlocks have a certain ability or have hunters are broken, that's how it is. Warlocks need major buff and so do titans. See, and I wouldn't say it's a major. I don't think it's a case of a major. I think what happens is because I feel like what probably happened was Bungie had when they were first developing, the stasis, classes for, warlocks and hunters and all of them, they had this idea of, okay, this was how they were playing and it felt balanced, because think back when stasis launched and when Beyond Light launched, and everyone had a problem with the warlock the warlock melee, how it was too far and how they could do the thing too far, and it just felt like warlocks were just super overpowered. And Bungie was like, oh well, okay, we'll just nerf warlock to the ground. And it's like, okay, so you're not going to do anything else to any of the other classes, since you basically like you develop the way that the other class works. You develop them that way. You develop them that way based off how they interacted with other classes. So I think it's bullcrap personally for me, and I'm not a game developer. I have no idea how that crap works. It's definitely a challenging thing. But I just feel like if the whole point of the way that you're, balancing the classes and everything, if it's for the sake of, oh, we need to balance the classes, when you're making changes to a class without changing another class, doesn't that kind of like put more work on you? Like, isn't that like going against what the whole purpose was? Like, maybe I'm wrong. And if I am, Willie, you don't know what you're talking about, I'm saying, I get that. I understand where you're coming from. But it just makes sense to me. Yeah, that felt bad. I knew I was going to die there. Oh, come on. Just survive, y'all. Just survive. Thank you. I was like, let's use our smart. Yes, we're trying to fight, but also we're trying to win. Like, I get it. We don't want to be rushing too much. We don't want to, we also don't want to be those dudes that it's like, oh, we have the, the winning advantage, even though sometimes I feel like that's what we need to do. We're in the lead. Stay back. They rush, Did I get him? Perfect. Again, I can do the trade. I refuse to do the let me die and not get anything to show for that life I used. But here's the thing, tea crab cakes. If you want to use your super at any time, now would be the perfect time. Yes, tea crab cakes, the one with the super. Unless you are holding it for some reason, to try to, you know, counteract the other teammates, which I would understand, but here's the thing, they are in the lead. Oh, I'm knocked out. Well, I hope for their sake that they're gonna do good, but here's the thing. Oh, yeah, no, they're gonna hold back. Or maybe not. I was gonna say they're gonna hold back. They're not going to challenge you. But they did because it was 3v1. And they had the life advantage, so no matter what, they were, you know, probably like, we can rush these. We can rush these fools. And that's what they did. And they won. But you know, sometimes you win some, you lose some, you get a 1.31 combat efficiency when your teammates don't. So that's the name of the game, though, you know? PvP is actually the name of the game, yeah. Crucible is, you know, the name of the actual game mode, you know, Destiny 2 Beyond Light. That's the name of the game we're playing right now, but yeah. You know what I'm trying to say. Did we ever? Win rate, 20%. I like that. That says we win one in... That's not even really good. That is saying we win one in every 5 games. Not really high, but we can work on that. We can work on that. I mean, it's okay, y'all. You can join freelance, you know, freelance Crucible. That's something that can absolutely happen, you know? Go ahead, just join on up. It's fine. It's fine. Maybe it's also one of those, you know, not a lot of people, at least right now, not a lot of people are in that kind of that sphere, you know? Okay. Okay. The anomaly. Shh. This is not the loadout. Okay. No, 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 no. We're probably gonna let's start this over. We're probably gonna lose this match. Because of our loadout. But we're gonna try. Okay. All right. Again, warlocks not being able to easily shatter stasis grenades or stasis crystals. Not very fair, but you know. There we go. Ah, I got lost. I got lost in it. You see a couple of ends, you get 2 kills, and you think you're on top of the world. And then all of a sudden, you're reminded of your humanity.
30 seconds. All I ask is that you survive. Enemy team has no reserves left. Finish them.
Yeah, let's do this one now. Headseeker. I'm gonna switch to Headseeker now. For the short range engagements, just to see how these are going. There we go. Hey, I don't know how I left none standing. But okay, I'll take it. Oh no. Y'all, I've already went into this match thinking that we were gonna lose it because this is definitely a short range. Pull out your shotguns, pull out your fusion rifles, pull out your bastions, pull them. I don't know how I got a headshot there. I don't know. I'm kind of confused. But all right. Sure. But we are doing very well for a loadout that kind of supports the, you know, long range engagements. On, I can see his ass. Pardon the French, but come on. It's like he's just like, yo, I'm hiding behind the couch, you know? What? I'm gonna do targeting adjuster. I'm gonna do targeting adjuster for both of them. And here's why. I wasn't ready for that encounter, so that doesn't count. I'm going to do targeting adjuster for both of them because right now their stability is at 74 without counterbalance. No, Oh, I totally forgot my crouch button. I've completely remapped. I remapped my button layouts and everything, and my crouch is X. And I totally forgot what it was. And I panicked there. That is totally my fault. Yeah, that was a bad situation. Yeah. Yeah, you go away. You run. You run away. Yeah, how you like that? Oh, come on. Oh, if I would have been able to get him. Why do bows work for everyone else but me? That's something I would actually like to know. Because it feels like time. Like every time other people use it. Every time. They can easily two-shot me like Kate. Yeah, like with the bow, they can easily two-shot me. Headshot, body shot. It's OP if you can land your hits, but I suck with it. And it's like, and that's the thing. It's like, even if I do hit it, it's just bows never do a I guess I was missing. I guess I was missing out on health on that. Like any kind of bow, and it's not even just like lay monarch. Like literally, whenever I go against a bow, like people are just like super OP with it. Where was the third teammate? Like both of us were pushing up. Why weren't you pushing up through the back? Like, foolish of me to think that my melee would actually be available. It's okay. We've came back from matches before. We were off to a really good start, and I think it just kind of got to us that, you know, we're using a certain type of loadout and we're seeing success, and we got comfortable. And that's all that happened there. Okay. Our crosshair was like nowhere near where it needed to be. Yet we were taking shots like we were back in college. So when put against a Sturm and with good shots, or Stars and Shadow is actually not bad. we just have to be careful, because looking at the ways that we're dying against, you know, people, you know, rushing us, and we're putting ourselves in situations where we should not be rushing them. Oh, please tell me that that counted as him using it. No, of course it isn't. Oh, come on.
Got 30 seconds.
There we go. Okay. All right. Well, this is it. Literally, that Shaq's line. This is it. Show me what you've got. So he just decides. I just don't understand. Like, how do you go? How do you go a full match, kind of? Like, how do you go a full 4-5 rounds hanging on to your super, and in a match, because it's not the final match, but in a match where a winner will be declared, you don't use your super? I'm just kind of confused at that, because it's like, I get it, you know, you gotta be smart about your super, you gotta, you know, it's, you know, super awareness, it's, you know, being able to, you know, use it in the right time at the right time. When the enemy is at like 2 points and your team is at one life left versus 2 or 3 lives left, I would think the good time is the moment I see red on that radar, I'm popping it. The moment I get visualization on where the enemy is, I'm popping it. Like, you know, I'm confused. Like, legit, I'm confused. That is one of those things that will, you know, I can't ever fathom. I will never be able to fathom. Like, and then especially for the people who deliberately, like, there are some people who deliberately will hold on to their super and just not use it. Like, I'm just so, I just don't know. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. But I feel really good about this map. With this loadout in particular. Simply because and I get it, we're playing kind of aggressive, but they're making it easy. They're like that car dealership. I'm probably aging myself a bit, but who says we make it easy? Easy on you. I want to say it's Toyota. Oh, he left. Not the way I want to win. Not the way I want to win. He did defend me after all. That was something that he did. He did defend me. I will not attest to that, or I will not test that. That was a big defend me. Yeah. Right out in the open. If y'all looking down that lane, I'm kind of confused. Like, I understand if it was, you know, me, in the back, who I was just ready to snipe. But it wasn't. It was the guy who was just like out there, just like showing himself. No, he was in the back here somewhere. He went around town. Bring it around town, buddy. Like, how far around town did you go? D, you deserve that because he focused on me. He just knew he was gonna get me. Plus, it was kind of funny seeing the Titan like just like slam him into the beyond. On. Go ahead, shatter. That's fine, I could do that too. Kind of confused at how that played out, but I guess.
1 minute. You're ahead on line. What's that you've got?
Like when you you know shatter, you know, you're around the crystals and you shatter them. You know, that's kind of a thing, you know? Aww. And then the second guy leaves. Well, a car, Bahal. Sorry, buddy. Unless they're gonna load up and you left too, and then we automatically win the match.
neck on reserve.
I know what he's going to try to do, but
Nice left.
will it work out for him in the end? Not sure that it will. I was about to say D if you do not. D- Well, he's not spawning over here.
Neck and neck on reserves.
Like, you know what's the most frustrating thing about this is that this shouldn't even be a hard match. This should be a I'm so sorry, dude kind of match, you know? And yet, over here, making sure my teammates don't continue to do stupid things, like fall off cliffs when they get a kill. You know? I feel like we're at a good spot where no matter no matter what happens, we won. Everything, we did get a global reset of everything, so probably should have turned all these in before. Probably should have turned all of those in before the reset. That would have been better, but you know, blame me. So we're gonna double ordeal rewards. Double rewards boost active until next weekly reset. Enter Nightfall the Ordeal playlist this week and claim victory to earn double rewards. One day we will engage in the Ordeal Nightfall farming. One day we will go for that title, you know. I just, you know, what was does it tell us what the ordeal is? It says Europa, so it might be the um what's that one? Oh, that's what I was looking for. What's the title for Grandmaster? Conqueror. One day we will try to get the Conqueror seal. Great thing about it is that it is one of those seals that I don't foresee it going away. So that's good. But you know, it's definitely something that we'll want to get. Survivor. Okay, another match. This is another map that is good with our loadout. Let's see if the enemies play to the spots. Okay, they definitely play to the spot. We played with the car. But the last round. Let's hope his teammates actually stay.
3 lives left.
And he has an aggressive team. All right. Yeah, his team's very aggressive. Right. I always hate when that happens. Like, you're supposed to continue to run, and you don't. Nice. Is the captain? Be careful, y'all. He's got the Mida multi-tool, which apparently is just like godly. I remember in D1 where it was super godly. It was pretty godly though, and everyone hated it. I think it was just one of those weapons where it was just like, you know, it was really just one of those weapons where it was like, you know, you just the only way to, you know, outshoot a Mida is with the Mida, and that's just what happened, you know. Okay, all right. Well, Was he using a door last time? I thought he was using a linear fusion rifle. It felt like he was. Maybe switched it up. Maybe had one of those when the teammates back out. You know, you use something that dude, I wasn't gonna push that. Excuse you? Kinda wish our melee was faster, but rather than that, you know, warlocks, nah, their melee can't be faster. Increase the range. We'll do that for the locks. 30 seconds. Nice. Did we win? Okay, I was about to say, like, what? Oh. Exactly how Shaq says it too. What? Wow. Except for when Shaq says it, it's in, you know, positive amazement. Mine's is in negative amazement. There we go. Stupid tracking grenade that doesn't know how to track correctly. What was that? Yeah, I'm not sure where that was supposed to go. Ah. Yeah, I'm not sure how I was supposed to, you know, do that when my other teammates spawned on the other side of the map. You know, that happens sometimes. Maybe not group up that much. Now, if he can secure this, that would be amazing. That would be outstanding. Does he have succession? I think he has succession. And no, they got this round. Captain Grim or Captain Gim. Didn't we played him too? That's what I don't like. Like, I get it. You know, it's you know, it's not just skill based, it's kind of like point based. It's that whole thing. I get it. But also, like, I know there's more than the same 9 people playing at one time. You can bring some new faces in here. Okay. I will gladly take that elimination. Don't know where he is, but that elimination of Cap and Gim, that was the definition of a hope and a prayer. And we did that. We did that. Like, what is with my grenade in the tracking? Why is it that I throw it, it's in the vicinity of an enemy, and my grenade is just like, so like, who is this supposed to go to? I'm kind of confused. Like, all the time. The enemy's like right there. I helped out with that like a lot. I smacked him first. Just gonna say that I hit my melee button as well, and he should have died, but I guess. I'm happy we won that. Never in doubt. I mean, that was kind of close. That was very intense. I just want to say that was definitely not one of those. Oh yeah, piece of cake. So we'll see. What we'll do is, I mean, we got about 45 minutes left. But what I really want to do, I mean, since it's here and just want to get it over with, if we can do our like 3 Crucible kind of matches, but I also kind of want to hit Mythic 2. So basically what I want to do is let's hit, we're going to keep going. If we hit Mythic 2, then we're going to switch over to like Rumble, maybe do like a Rumble kind of thing, for the three wins. Hope we get a power weapon as a pinnacle. It's a gamble because our RNG is like crap. And that's just, you know, who actually has like really good RNG. Like, I want to know, show me that person. But we'll see. So well, what? really hate that they don't. I really hate that they don't show. Okay, I know we're definitely at more than. We're at like a 2-kill, like a 2-win streak. Like that's definitely like that's on the table. Like 2-win streak. I believe a 5-win streak. I think it goes like 30, 60. Because I know for the win, I know for like a 5-win streak, it's capped at 120. So I think I want to say it's like 20. Well, let's see how that works. 20, 46, 80, 100. No. Destiny 2, Crucible, Glory, win streak points. I want to say it's something like stupid, like 20, 35, 70, 95, 120. Like, I want to say that that is the way that that breakdown happens. Like I honestly, I was not ready. I was not prepared for any of what went on there. Nice, nice. I was about to say once again, my grenade. Just choosing. I want to work. I don't. Tracking. What is this tracking you speak of? Ah, we were close. We were close. Okay. I mean, it's not as bad. We just have to first pay attention. First and foremost, we have to pay attention to the map when we're in a game. Can't just, hey, I'm gonna hop out. That's first and foremost. Okay. I've really got to learn when to stop going, trying to go for the streak. Because I feel like in that case, see, just like that, he didn't have to poke his head back out. Definitely could have been something he could have, like, not done. Hey, did I knock him out? Please say I knocked him out. these people are playing a little bit too aggressive for my blood to not be for us to, you know, be hanging on to a super when we definitely should not be hanging on to a super. Because here's my thing. Use it, we'll get another one. That was only what, match 2? At this rate, we'll get another one before this match ends. I was about to say, if that, well, it shouldn't have been my grenade. It should have been the one of the pulse rifle bullets. Still happy that we got the kill just in case, but I'm just like, yo, look. Like, why? Why are we out of lives? Just like me wondering what exactly are we reloading? Actually, both of them pop their super up. Way to try to, you know, win the round. I mean, dude, it was a great attempt on his end. I won't fault him for that. He did what he could do. They literally popped their super at the same time. If he would have been able to, like, it's those moments like that where if he was able to secure, maybe it would have been tasteful to do like a bag or something. Maybe. Like, I'm out here, like, out here in a rift, getting my health back. Like, I don't understand. 90 recovery and in a rift just seems like it should be. Maybe it's just me. Should seem like it's, you know, one of those fixed solutions to get your health back. No, just me. Maybe it's just me. They're gonna be over here. They're gonna be over here. Nah, they're over on the other side. Beautiful.
Tiebreaker active. You have one last
Yeah, just go ahead and then don't aim down sight. Make sure to get where the enemy is. Buddy, the point, like the point goes to, the point goes faster when more people are on it. That's, yeah.
match, but one team must fall.
Yeah. Oh, it's time to wake up, y'all.
5 lives left. Only 1 minute left.
I'm about to say, like, literally right in his face.
30 seconds.
Yeah, like, what is that? What is that? Hmm. Oh, he can whirlwind back. I was about to say, is he literally just going to, like, let me shoot him? Or, like, how's that going to work out? But I guess that is exactly what he was expecting me to do and was anticipating for me to do. That worked out perfectly in his favor. Definitely learned something new, that literally when it says, hey, this reflects any projectiles, all attacks, it literally means any projectiles, all attacks, all of that in a nutshell. So that's interesting. Let's do targeting Jester here. How bad was the hit? We'll probably have like enough time for like one more comp match, and then I might go ahead and call it there to get ready for work. Only because, you know, just gotta only to, you know, get ready, get fully ready for the day. Well, let's see. We'll first do what we can to, you know, make this big, make this the best match, and you know, okay, this is actually a pretty good map. If I would have gotten that second one with the melee, that would have been amazing. Literally would have been amazing. Again, definitely should have gotten a headshot with it. Oh my gosh, literally, why? I thought we'd have the end of, you know, fusion rifles with the most insane targeting. But now we have to worry about the Jotun. And here's the thing about the Jotun. Everyone says just sidestep, you know? As if that is the foolproof way to get out of a Jotun's, to get out of like a Jotun's trajectory. Does not work for me. And I'm not sure what it is, what needs to happen. I'm lost. I'm lost. But you know what? Let's just, it's you know, it's projected to be the last match. Let's be that guy too. You know, since it's, you know, and then everything is pulse rifles, so unless we can do a linear fusion rifle, no, we can't. Was like, unless we can do a linear fusion rifle targeting mod, not without messing up our stats completely. No, we can't. Thank you, our Scott. Thank you. As homie really thought he did all that work. Alas, he did not. like, y'all are running really hard for, you know, one of your teammates who's running Jotun. And yes, apparently I suck at Arbalist. But it's okay. I suck at it because I'm using it wrong. I'm using it very offensively and not letting the enemies come to me. Ah! Nice. Hey! Oh, this is our pinnacle, which I'm happy because, and this is literally the worst rolled stat we could get for some boots. Like, the only two important stats that we are looking for, and they're like, we think you're specking those two too much. How about we give you something new? Okay, thank goodness. That aim assist, though. That aim assist should not have worked. And yet it did. And you know what they say. Like, I just need to know. Now that aimed down right at sight, right at him as well. Like, that is unfair. Some credit should have went to me on that. Y'all saw it. It was very close, but apparently his bullet went first. Double frozen. And yet I lived. That's fine. That's fine. I'm like, especially when it's against the Jotun user. Let's go. Yeah, they do. again, what is the point of a tracking? Like, how is the tracking on a fusion rifle like stronger than the tracking on a rocket? Like, and in less time. I'm just a bit confused about that. Just a little bit confused about that. I really want my beloved, Bungie. Like, I would really like to get my beloved back. Like, why that it has not been, you know, one of the top priorities, especially when it's like no one was warned about it. No one was given a heads up. Hey, if you delete it, you know, it's gone until they fix whatever's going on. Dude, now is not the time. Like, that frustrates me beyond belief. Like, it is literally a 2v3. Like, can we stop acting like, oh, we're winning, we're the good ones? Like, literally, they're at a handicap. Well, they're definitely going to be spawning on the other side. Now that would have been a lovely headshot if I would have been able to, you know, do that. That would have been super duper swell. Super swellington. Like that, but like, well, we got Titan back there. There we go. It's all right. It's all right. It was a little bit closer than I would have liked for it to. And just as I was saying, like, literally by the time we finish this match is going to be around the time that we got to be hopping off anyway. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and call it there. Just it was really good. This was actually a really good one. It was nice getting back into the PvP flow of things. Really enjoyable. Always love PvP. If you know who I am, and you've been around, PvP is like our bread and butter. Not necessarily something that we are good at all the time, but it's something that we do enjoy. As you could probably tell. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Next stream will be on Friday 6 o'clock, where we will finally figure out what's going on with those tachyon rifts in Marvel's Avengers, even though we know exactly what's going on with the tachyon rifts. But basically, so what I've been trying to do for these past couple of weeks is trying to get the platinum trophy for Marvel's Avengers. Basically, it takes a while, as I discovered with the 50 cash chests, stronghold cash chests, which there's only that one type of chest, and you can only get like one or two per mission run of a certain mission. So that was what we got to do, and we did that. So now I am on the side working through what is it? It's the we had to do 50 hive missions. Which that one probably, I'm going to be working through it all week, because honestly I don't want to keep running through hive missions running through as many hive missions on Friday. So at that time, I'm working on upgrading Kate's head, like the greater, I'm not sure if that's a major artifact. I'm working on upgrading that to level 10. There's only one material that you can go into leveling that up. So I really want Kate to be the Avenger that we get to 1050, or no, 150. If not Kate, I think it's either Hulk or Thor. Or Iron Man, that will be getting to 150, because one of them we just went on ahead and upgraded to 150, their major artifact up to 150, and we didn't really think about it with the amount of material that Crystal Dynamics was handing out. But yeah, so that's all scheduled for Friday morning, and then Friday evening, of course, is our chip carving stream. Again, unfortunately, until Facebook actually has like a dedicated section where that kind of stream is supported, and not just us not selecting a game. Like I want it to be discoverable. I want it to be in a field where it should actually belong in, and not just be one that we're putting on. So until that hanging out section has rolled out to level up creators as well, chip carving streams will continue to be on Twitch and YouTube. So that is Friday evening. But until then, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.